let's take a quick look at a couple of the homework problems. So we're looking at page 318. And I'm looking at the numbers 8 through 11, where we're writing the equation of the line. Okay, so if we look at number 8 tells us that we have a point of 3 comma negative 4, and that our slope is equal to 6. Okay, so if we're given a point and a slope, this says we want to plug into point slope form. So first things first is just to make sure we have the formula y minus y sub 1 equals m times x minus x sub 1. Okay, and m is already assigned for us, m equals 6. And then our ordered pair, remember an ordered pair is always x comma y, but when we're replacing it with values, that becomes our x sub 1 and our y sub 1. So I'm going to use this exact same formula, except I'm going to replace each of these values in. So I'm going to say y minus, okay, then negative 4, so y minus negative 4 equals, m is 6, times x minus 3. Okay, so 2 negatives, turn that into addition. Okay, and then from here we can solve. Remember, the expectation is always that we leave this as saying y equals. So we always want to get rid of the parentheses first. So to get rid of the parentheses, we're going to multiply, and I'm going to show you how to use your calculator to help you. Okay, so when we multiply and we take 6 times x, that's just 6x, right? We're ignoring the whole other side of this anyways. Okay, and then we're going to take 6 times negative 3. So in my calculator, I'm going to put 6 times negative 3, which gives me a negative 18. That just fills in the subtraction there, so you don't need to write any additional signs. Okay, then we're just going to bring down what we had covered up. I'm leaving this in my calculator. Okay, I'm going to undo adding 4 by subtracting 4. So since I want to subtract 4 from this negative 18, that negative 18 is already in my calculator. So I can just take minus 4. And that will give me y equals 6x minus 22. Okay, this is my final answer. And for number 8, we should have y equals 6x minus 22. Number 9 gives us a point of 4 comma 2 and a slope of negative 5 over 3. So again, we have a point and we have a slope. So we should be plugging into point slope form. Okay. So if we start plugging in, we'll say y minus. Okay, remember this is our xy, so this is our x sub 1 and our y sub 1. So y minus 2 equals negative 5/3 times x minus, our x sub 1 is 4. Okay, we want this to be solved for y. We want it to say y equals. So we're going to distribute. We're going to take negative 5/3 times x, which again, we're just putting those next to each other. So negative 5/3 x. And then in my calculator, right, I can take negative 5 ABC3, there's my negative 5/3, times negative 4. And that's going to give me a positive, right? We don't see a sign, so that's a positive. So I'm going to put positive 6 2/3. I'm going to bring down what I have left over here, y minus 2. I will undo subtraction with addition. Okay, I'm going to leave what I already have in my calculator and just add 2 to that. So that will give me y equals negative 5/3 x plus 8 2/3, right? That positive is because this is a positive 8 2/3. So I get an addition here. This is my final answer for number 9. Now, I'm not going to solve 10 and 11 all the way out for you, but I will at least help you get going. So if we look at number 10, we have negative 2, negative 7. and we have a slope of 4/5. Okay, so we want to plug into point slope form again. And this is our x sub 1, y sub 1. So we'll have y minus our y1 is -7 equals m is 4/5 times x minus our x value is -2. Okay, now you need to get this solved for y, but as a quick reminder, right, if we have these two negatives happening side by side, we want to make sure we turn those into addition signs. Okay, so distribute and solve that to get that to say y equals. If we look at number 11, okay, 11 is the point 4, 0, and we have a slope of -1. We'll plug into point slope form. So we'll say y minus, our y coordinate is 0, equals m, which is -1, times x minus our x coordinate, which is 4. So you'll also need to solve this one for y.